Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fikayoaderoju. If this is your first time here, you're very welcome. And today I'm going to be telling you 5 ways to study effectively, and I'm going to be giving you 5 study hacks or just student tips that everybody needs, because I figure that this is exam season and you guys will probably be, or you should be studying, not probably, but you guys will be studying and you would need like study tips which will help you achieve good grades, which I know we all want. And you guys should go subscribe, go like, go comment, subscribe before you even watch the video, because it's going to be amazing. You're going to get a lot of tips on this video and you're just going to love it. So let's get straight into it. So the first study tip I'm going to give you guys is studying with groups or studying in groups. And I do this a lot. Yeah, I study economics at York, and like I'm usually with groups of people that study economics with me or are in the same class, and after class, like, we review our notes, we go through our notes, we ask each other questions. Like, for example, if they give us a quiz and I see my friend has an example of quiz 1, right, and I have quiz 1, if I don't understand something from quiz 1, or if I don't understand a topic or a question, my friend can help me with it. We can learn up from each other. Yeah, the second point is making a study plan. Like, we all need a plan in our lives, and this also comes into play with studying. You know, like there's this saying that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You know, so this also happens in our studies. Like, we should have like a study plan that we put all our daily activities, like eating, sleeping, like everything you're going to do, maybe playing basketball or even Fortnite. You can put it to your study plan, but you know that, okay, you play Fortnite from, let's say, 1 to 2 or 1:30 to 2, and you know from 2 to 3 you are studying, 2 to 4 you are studying, you know. So like, you just have to plan everything, and this really goes a long way, because most times we tend to like leave it to the end. You know, we tend to leave everything. Like, let's say I have an exam on Thursday, like it's procrastination that really affects us in terms of studying, or affects a lot of people, not us. Let me not generalize, but on Wednesday night, people will be up, they'll stay up late, they'll have an all-nighter, and then Thursday they'll expect to know everything. This is not possible. So you should, like, let's say a month or 2 months, or even from when the course starts, you should have a plan. Like, let's say Thursday and Tuesday, or Tuesday and Thursday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from this time to this time, I'm going to be studying economics 101 or economics 1010 or econ 1010 or something, you know, like whatever course you are doing. I'm just using economics as a reference, because that's the course I'm doing, you know. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. You have to plan yourself, you know. And this also applies to me. Like, all this advice I'm giving you guys, I've been trying to adopt it into my life or use it in my life, but it's still you know, we're still learning and growing. So yeah, that's definitely it. So the third study tip that I'm going to be telling you guys about is avoiding distractions, and I'm talking social media primarily, and just like different distractions, like various distractions in general. Like, sometimes when I'm going to the library, I don't take my phone. Sometimes when I'm studying, I turn my phone off. You know, I put my phone on do not disturb. Usually it's our phones or our laptops or our cameras, or just any distraction in general. You know, just avoid any distraction. Sometimes, like, you'll be studying and you just wander off, like you just lose focus, so you're distracted. Sometimes you just look at something and you're just distracted, so you have to remain focused when you are studying. But it's easier said than done, to be honest. So let's say you are studying for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you can give yourself a 10 to 15 minute break, and like that break helps you. You know, that break, it doesn't make studying like too long, you know, because some people study for 5 hours, but like, I personally don't do that, and I don't recommend it, because I feel it's too much. You won't die, but like, I feel it's just too much to take on. Give yourself that break, like 30 minutes, or if you do 45 minutes, give yourself 15 minutes. If you do 30 minutes, give yourself 10 minutes. Just that break. And I was talking about the reward system. So let's say you do chapter 1 and you know you have to study from chapter 1 to 5. Now, our brains, right, we like stuff we can get now. We like the pleasure that comes now. We don't like the long-term benefits. Like, for example, you want to study because you want good grades, but the good grades are not going to come now. The good grades are not going to come to you right away. It's when you study, you do the exam, you get your grades, which don't come out, most times they don't come out immediately, but they will come out later. You get your good grades, but most people, they would rather watch Netflix than study, because Netflix, you get the satisfaction at that moment. So what I do, and I advise you guys to do, I'm not forcing anybody to do anything, I'm just advising you guys to do it, right? So if you have chapter 1 to 5 to study, instead of thinking, oh, I have chapter 1 to 5 and oh, it's so much, what you guys can do is, after chapter 1, like, you can do what you want, right? Let's say, like, I personally like Oreos, right? So after a chapter of economics, like let's say chapter 1, I can take Oreos, you know. So that's a type of reward that I like, you know. So that, I'm just giving an example. If I write down these distractions and go back to them later, like, for example, when we're studying and let's say we get a call, a very important call, and we're studying, not very important, but let's say my friend calls me, I know I'll call my friend back later, like when during my break or after I'm studying, you know, because if I write it down, I'll remember, because I'll see it. And if you take your notes or all the distractions you see that you've written down and you look at them, like let's say over the past 3 months, you know that, okay, let's say people are always calling you when you're studying, so you know I'm not bringing my phone when I'm studying, or just any distraction basically. So you look at the trend, you look at the pattern, and you'll be like, yo, I need to nip this in the bud. The fourth point is using mnemonics, using abbreviations, like something like EBCD, you know. So that could stand for something like egg, cat, EBCD, egg, Brazil, cat, dog, or something like it could be some formula or some equation, you know. So once you remember EBCD, like it's easy for you to remember egg, Brazil, cat, dog, like, you know, like, so you remember EBCD, egg, Brazil, cat, dog. So like using mnemonics really helps, like is a memory reinforcement for you. And using flashcards really help too. And you know, all those yellow sticky notes you put, like it really helps, because if you put the sticky notes there, you know, okay, like if you're reviewing, you can write review this chapter or review this concept. And the last point I have for you guys is practice. Now, this is very essential or important in calculations, to practice, because if you're doing a calculation course, you don't really need to like read like, oh, this you really don't need to read. Is to practice the work, you know. For me, they give me practice questions, you know, like for the math courses I do, they give me practice questions. So at the end of the class, you can look back, sit down, do the practice questions, and let's say a week after, you can do the practice questions again to reinforce the knowledge and make it stick, you know. So you know this thing, like, so it's not that, when you're having the test, you review it, you review what you've done, so you know it, and then when you have the test, you smash it, like you kill the test. Like, it's that easy. It's not easy to do because you have other stuff you want to do and you procrastinate, and there's a football game and you want to talk to this person and that, but you have to know what you want. God is also a very big factor. Like, I definitely have to talk about God in this, because the race is actually not to the swift. For real. You can study from now till next year, but if God says you're not passing this exam, you're not passing this exam. So before you start your exam, before you even start reading, pray, God, as I'm reading this thing, give me understanding. For real. Like, some people think it's a joke and they think that, oh, it's just to study, go to the exam, like, and that's it. Like, some people blank out from exams. Like, different stuff happens. There's exam fever, there's exam tension. It's not a joke. So I feel like, or I know that God can definitely help you. So the fifth point is to practice well, and don't deceive yourself when you're studying. Don't deceive yourself. Like, if you know you're studying, study. If you know you want to use your phone or do other stuff, do the other stuff. But if you know you want to study, study, and God will help all of us in Jesus' name. Amen. I sound like a preacher right now, so I'm really not even going to delve into that. And if you guys think I'm missing out on any study tip that you guys use, tell me, let me know. I'm a student, so I want to know various study tips. I ask my friends all the time, what study tips do you use? Because you learn all the time, you know, you keep on learning, you know. So yeah, and if you guys are using any study tip that I've told you about right now, just leave a comment, let me know. And if you like any of these tips, or if you feel these tips are helpful, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you smash that like button. Go and comment if you love this video. More videos are coming soon. Subscribe, guys. We're almost on 1K. We're on 900 and something now. I can't thank you guys enough. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching this video. God bless you, and see you in my next video.